This episode of This Week in Geek is brought to you by Collectibles Galore. Good morning. It is Wednesday, and that means it's time for This Week in Geek. I'm your host, Paul.
This is Aaron.
All right, and we are back, and we're going to jump right into it.
Let's do it.
Every week, Previews World collects 5 titles with new number ones or fresh story arcs perfect for readers looking to get into a new series. These new releases are available to purchase at your local comic shop, such as our good friends at Collectibles Galore and the Comic Zone, and feature comics from any genre or publisher. This week, Walking Dead creator Robert Kirkman returns with a fiery new series. The Transformers meet the horses of My Little Pony. Get a glimpse at how Alien was originally envisioned. Visit the world of the PS4 game Horizon Zero Dawn in a new comic series. And One Bad Mother is on a quest for revenge. These series are ready for new readers to enjoy. All you have to do is start here with the Previews World 5. Aaron, take it away.
I love it. Firepower by Kirkman. Number 1. A new monthly series premiere. The one who wields the firepower is destined to save the world, but Owen Johnson has turned his back on that life. He doesn't want the power. He never did. He only wants to spend time with his family and live his life, but unseen forces are at work to make that impossible, and danger lurks around every corner as Owen's past comes back to haunt him. This FCBD version will have an increased page count. That was Free Comic Book Day version, for those who don't know it. 44 pages in total, and include a sketchbook section featuring commentary by Sam Nee and Kirkman. So I'm assuming that they were giving out a synopsis during this Free Comic Book Summer kind of thing.
Yes. We never touched on that, did we?
We never did. And the thing is that it was very, like, when I saw Greg a couple weeks ago, it was very low-key. They got some books. They didn't get a ton of books.
I think they're also spreading them out, right? Like, they're getting some now, and they're going to keep doing it, like you said, all summer long.
It's pretty much, that was the plan. I mean, the main giveaways, like, everyone's going to get a Hero Clicks, which is the Black Widow, the game thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just jumping in to tell you what character it was.
Oh,
Do we need to explain Hero Clicks, or has that been around long enough that most people probably know?
I think most people probably know about it. It's basically a board game with little figures that have little numbers of power, strength, and they kind of attack each other.
Yeah, it's a battle game, collectible battle game.
So that's one of the giveaways, and then there's some other stuff. Again, it's cool that they're kind of spreading the wealth out. What I'm going to do is when I go tomorrow, I'll see if I can get some stuff and maybe get a synopsis from Greg on what the Comic Zone's doing.
That would be awesome.
I'll definitely do that. Anyway, I want to get back to the My Little Pony Transformers. It's actually kind of cool they're doing this. I know the eye roll, I saw it, but the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive My Little Pony did a My Little Pony Transformer crossover pony of Optimus Prime. It looks pretty cool. I know there are guys that like My Little Pony that are called bronies and stuff like that. So there is definitely a grouping that likes this stuff. So I think this might actually coincide pretty well with it. It looks like My Little Pony number 1 says, when the main 6 gallop alongside Autobots in battle, the forces of villainy stand no chance. IDW Publishing, under license by Hasbro Inc., welcomes comic fans of all ages to enjoy the wildest crossover of Hasbro creations ever, the My Little Pony Transformers, a new 4-issue miniseries. In My Little Pony Transformers, The scheming queen, Chrysalis, casts a spell in search of changeling allies, but accidentally interferes with a distant Cybertronian space bridge and brings the Autobots and Decepticons to Equestria. As the dust settles, it's up to Twilight Sparkle, Optimus Prime, and others to overcome the menace of the malevolent magic and machinery. My Little Pony Transformers assembles an all-star team of comic creators for this mind-blowing series. Writers James Asmus, Ian Flynn, and Sam Maggs. Artists Casey W. Collar, Jack Lawrence, Sarah Petrie Droucher, Priscilla Tramontado, and Tony Flex will also provide cover art for the entirety of the series. Next on the list, Alien Origin Screenplay number 1. En route back to Earth, the crew of the starship Snark intercepts an alien transmission. Their investigation leads them to a desolate planetoid, a crashed alien spacecraft, and a pyramid structure of unknown origins. Then the terror begins. Ridley Scott's 1979 classic sci-fi film Alien is getting a new interpretation in comic book form. Alien, the original screenplay, is adapted from the original 1976 screenplay by Dan O'Bannon, author of Morbius's The Long Tomorrow, co-writer of the Total Recall, written director of The Return of the Living Dead, giving longtime fans of the Alien franchise a glimpse of what could have been.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I'm super pumped. That definitely sounds like a really cool pickup. Next on the list, Horizon Zero Dawn. This is going to be another popular one because the game was super popular. Horizon Zero Dawn. Welcome to a world where nature has reclaimed the planet and awe-inspiring machines dominate the land as humanity fights for survival on this new Earth. Titan Comics brings you a brand new comic series based on the award-winning game by Guerrilla. Aloy and Talana return in a new story set after the events of the game co-created by one of the writers of Horizon Zero Dawn and game Annie Tooley. Don't forget, Horizon Zero Dawn FCBD 0 ties into this brand new number 1. So, be sure to pick up this free comic this week for your collection. And I'm stammering over it because I don't know if it when it was released. So
right,
when you go, you look. Yeah, you may be able to get it, but again, I would assume most comic book stores have more than one multiple copies. So if this is something you're picking up, ask them. Or you know what? I know what Greg has done in the past is he's put them together.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so you have the one next to the other. So take that, take that, run with it. See what we got, guys. Finally, Bad Mother number 1, a nerve-wracking thriller from crime writer Krista Faust and blockbuster artist Mike Deodato Jr., The Resistance, Infinity Wars. April Walters is a hit-and-run victim of life, a middle-aged soccer mom whose inner fire has become snuffed out by her dreary suburban existence. When her teenage daughter goes missing under mysterious circumstances, April embarks on a harrowing mission to find her, a journey that takes her through the underbelly of her suburban community and sets her on a collision course with a massive crime syndicate. And, of course, the lethal matriarch. Tested to her limits and beyond, April discovers that the hell hath no fury like a mother scorned. Different. I mean, again, I like that these different authors and writers are coming up with stuff that isn't the Conans, the Spider-Mans, the Supermans, the
right.
stuff that's been just rehatched over and over again. So definitely something different, Let's see, and I think do we have one more?
We have other books of note, stuff that I saw that I thought were kind of interesting.
Okay, but that's the main stuff right now for previews.
Those are
right?
our previews, World 5.
Perfect. On to the next stuff.
Yeah, well, we should probably finish books before we jump into toys.
Oh God, I have toys on the brain. All right, so what? So you made a note of this book. What tickled your fancy on this guy?
Did you read this?
I did, and it definitely sounds interesting. I mean, the World of Darkness. Let's see, Vampire: The Masquerade number 1. From the internationally best-selling World of Darkness universe, Vault brings readers a brand new vampire, the Masquerade comic series, Winter's Teeth. When Cecily Brine, a courier for the Twin Cities, Carmilla, takes a mysterious younger vampire under her wing, she's dragged into an insidious conspiracy. Will she be able to escape with her unlife and protect her aging, Alzheimer's afflicted sister? Who will she be yet another pawn sacrificed to Masquerade? Meanwhile, an anarch courtier investigates a mysterious killing. Some weird words in there.
Yeah, that's if you're not familiar with the World of Darkness universe.
Okay, that's probably why.
They were, I'm assuming, and still are, since we are getting a comic series now, a series of live-action role-play games.
Oh, okay.
And very, very cool concepts. It kind of brings in all of like the classic monster stuff together. It's vampires, werewolves, all
mummies,
sorts of stuff.
All that
yes,
stuff. Oh, okay.
Yes. Very cool set. And I know now they're doing video games. They're doing console games.
Oh, okay.
There's a vampire game and a werewolf game both coming out.
Ooh, werewolves. I love them.
And the way they do the werewolves are really cool too. They're almost like Native American tribes.
Oh, that is so like the Skinwalkers.
Awesome. Kind of. Yes.
Okay.
I suggest you guys look into it. Maybe if I remember to, I will link to this.
Okay.
On Facebook, because there's some really cool stuff.
Okay.
We never played it, but I bought a bunch of the books back in the day.
Interesting.
And they were awesome.
Very cool.
Just it's a very intricate universe.
Okay.
With the way that things went, like the Masquerade is the whole thing about how the vampires acclimate into society and they've infiltrated everything and they have their own world and there's different factions for each of these things. Like the vampires, there's like 8 or 9 different factions.
Okay.
Yeah. It's very, very cool. That's why I picked that one.
Awesome. Well, even though I slaughtered through some of the words there, I know our listeners are used to me snambering over things at times, but I'm sure y'all got the gist of it. I know this week there's a huge book coming out for DC.
Yes, and this is actually Mike's one to watch for Collectibles Galore. Go ahead, take it away, because obviously I don't have it written down here.
Well, it's everything with the Metal series that has come out. It has just exploded. McFarlane took it and ran with it and has figures. We have the Dark Knight's Metal Robin. We have basically it's just the universe has exploded, and It seems to me that this book is really cool. The full title of it is
Dark Knight, Dark Knight Death Metal.
Yes, yeah,
and then it's Legends of the Dark Knight.
Legends of the Dark Knight. Yes.
Number 1.
The title is interesting because it actually goes back and it kind of touches on bits of the storyline that we didn't get from the original Dark Knight's Metal. It has my favorite, which was the Batman T-Rex, which is just, I'm sorry, can you imagine a planet where Batman was a T-Rex? It is fucked up, but it's cool. It's just cool. So, there's the 3 Batmans that kind of are doing their thing, and the cover is they just did a great job, and the book was not supposed to be as big as it was because it's just a one shot,
right?
And a lot of people are just like, okay, well, it's gonna come, it's just gonna be another one. Everyone's excited about it. I'm excited myself because what it does is it touches and it fills in a lot of the gaps that we didn't get when we had the 50 different Dark Knight's Metal stuff that we read. So again, it looks really cool. I'm excited. The 2 cover arts are beautiful. The standard one as well as the one in whatever. And it is going to be a very hard book to get because our friends at Comic Zone even sent out an email that wanted to let people know that it was not expected to gain the traction until they started showing synopsises of what was in the story. And now, if you're able to get it, definitely, thank your local comic shop because they made the forethought to do that.
Right.
So it definitely is a great book. That's my book to pick up for the week, and it's cool. I like what DC's doing, with the storyline, and I think that's pretty much it for my pick anyway.
Well, one of the big selling points for this is the Robin King, right?
Well, yeah, I hate saying the Robin King. They're focusing a lot on that, and there's the people out there that we call the speculators, the speckies, that they think that this book's going to be worth something, so they buy a lot of it or whatnot.
Right.
And so when the Robin King was supposed to come out with what book was it? It was last month. There was another one in it. Everyone went crazy buying it because it was the first appearance of the Robin King, and actually he was already shown before in a book from last year.
Oh, nice.
And so that stuff kind of drives me crazy when the speculators make a book go crazy just to go crazy. But again, Robin King, okay, it's kind of crazy. I mean, there were like Dark Knights had the metal guy. Again, my mind is going blank. The heck?
I haven't read any of these, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a lot of them, so I'm trying to put it all together. But those who listen have already know what I'm talking about. And definitely, if you're able to pick this one up and get it, if not, read it digitally because it really fills in a lot of the stuff from last year's Dark Knights Metal grouping of comics.
Nice.
So, wrap that one up.
Yes. All right, so let's move on to the toy box.
Oh, gosh. Our toy boxes are overflowing.
Yes. and it all seems to be due to the same company. That's Hasbro, Inc.
Yes. And a shout out to the PR staff of Hasbro and the promotion staff there because they really have done a great job with the Marvel Mondays, Fan First Fridays, stuff like that. Very impressive way to target your audiences and get people to tune in. I know we ourselves would love to, do some collaboration. So if you're out there and you're hearing us, let us know because we are two of your biggest fans, and we definitely love what Hasbro has been doing for our plastic crack habit. So,
all right, let's start it off with Marvel Legends. Not a lot of news right now other than the Spidey Retro line and the Strong Guy Build-A-Figure Deadpool Wave are out.
They are. They did just announce the Pyro...
I forgot about that two-pack.
That two-pack.
Rogue and Pyro.
Yeah.
Rogue in her current look.
Yes, with the green outfit.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, they did just announce that. It is up for pre-sale on Hasbro Pulse. But, back to the standard figures that are out right now. Yeah, they started hitting the shelves. Again, right now we have Target doing a reset and Walmart are both doing a reset.
And
so
I confirmed at both Cicero and Clay the retro lines there as well as the Deadpool Wave.
Cool.
I've seen bits and pieces of the Deadpool Wave. I saw the blue Deadpool and then Lady Shakira or whatever her name is.
Those are pretty much the peg warmers I saw. Nothing else. I mean,
those are the only ones I've seen, and definitely not the ones I'm looking for.
No, I'm gonna literally get the pirate, and that's pretty much the only one that I can.
That's funny. The pirate. It is a unique figure.
It is. It's just different. I mean,
and then the Spidey Retro line. Saw all of those actually on the peg, the entire set.
I think my gut says they were hoping that they were going to be more of a draw than unfortunately they are, and my gut says it's too much.
It's a lot at once. And
in the middle of this stupid epidemic that we have going on, people just don't have the extra money right now. So, my gut says that we're going to see these around. We're going to see them on clearance at like GameStop and whatnot, and ThinkGeek, and they'll get picked up. They definitely will get picked up, but
there are some cool figures in there.
There definitely are some cool figures. My favorite is the Spider-Man just regular dress. Like not. It almost looks like the McFarlane, but not really. It's just the classic. Just
classic Spidey, and then the two
Spidey.
heads. The one that's got the squinty eyes.
The squinty eyes. So,
yes.
I mean, that's the one. If I was to get one, I would get one.
I think they did a great thing with putting the classic villains back out there.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, some of those were getting so expensive to try and find.
Electro. I had a couple Electros, and I wish I would have sold them before because they drop. But again, I've noticed that they drop, but then they go back up because people, they may want the figure, but then they realize they want the original one. They want the originators. So
because when they are reissuing these, there are differences. They're changing the paint apps. Like this is a legit classic Electro.
Oh yeah.
Same with the Green Goblin, which I got a good look at that, and the face looks really cartoony.
Really?
Yeah. And I get it because it is supposed to be the throwback to the 90s line, but meh. Still don't understand having Daredevil in his armor, but I mean, I guess they've done everything else they can with Daredevil at this point.
I almost feel as if they spent they spent so much money with the Daredevil Netflix show and just trying to get Daredevil. He's a cool character, and I mean, it's an amazing story. But for some reason, he just has never picked up.
Perpetually second tier. He's a B-level hero.
Yeah,
he's always
is. Always seems to be.
Yeah.
So, but I want to also comment on with Hasbro and their packaging. If you notice the exclusives, the different type of packaging they're doing, they're trying to use more recyclable materials on it. So when you're looking at
a lot less plastic.
Yes, that's exactly
it. A lot more
it.
cardboard and a lot less plastic.
Yeah. So I definitely I've noticed that with the newer ones that are coming out.
Definitely. All of their lines too.
Yes.
We're not just talking Marvel.
Yep.
I know I made fun a few weeks ago of the packaging for their exclusive X-Men wave, and they're still horrible. But yeah. Moving on. You have anything else to note on Marvel?
I think that's pretty much it for Marvel, yeah.
All right. Now, Star Wars. Also kind of quiet. Other than what you have in your bag there.
Yes.
The only thing new that I saw was their Mission Fleet sets are out.
Yep. The basically the 3 3/4 with little jetpacks, right?
Jetpacks or some kind of other small vehicle of some sort.
Yeah.
And I don't even think they're 3-inch figures. They're small.
They're set on they're set on the 3 3/4, but the way the figures it's a very inexpensive line.
Yes,
and
it's definitely a kid's line.
It's 100%. They're the same size figures as when Resistance. Remember the Resistance figures that came out? They're the same size as them, so not quite 3 3/4. Basically, we'll say 3 inches.
Yeah, that sounds more like it.
So,
I was looking ahead at some of the stuff that's coming out though, and there's some cool stuff.
There's a lot, and I mean, one thing that I just heard about, which is really cool, is we have the Battle for Endor, which we know about.
Oh my gosh!
Which
yes.
I'm of course gonna have to get, but I also pre-ordered the first Ewok, single Ewok.
Oh, Peplu,
yeah. They're going to do the entire Ewok.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
They literally said that's what
they're coming.
So it's going to be pretty cool. So that means I think we may eventually get an ATST.
That could be cool.
I mean, we have a speeder now. We're not going to get an AT-AT because that would
have to be a HasLab thing, and I still don't even think they could.
Yeah, that'd be just way too big, 6-inch wise. But an AT-ST, I mean, the TIE Fighter was freaking gigantic, and they could scale something similar to that. Yes. It was a big box, so that I'm excited to see the Ewoks come out and to go that route. The one thing that I am bummed out about is the Target exclusives for the Disney parks theme ones.
Not every Target. Right?
No, not every Target. And then on top of that, the pre-orders were sold out so quickly.
Oh.
I mean,
shocking.
But it's just disappointing because this is the first time they did that. and they did all this marketing of you can't go to the park, so come to Target.
Right.
Well, I have no interest
Not
in
here.
Not here. So just a little disappointing. And Target's been getting a lot of heat for a lot of their street dating, supply issues, and whatnot. And we'll talk a little bit about that.
That's coming up.
Coming up. But the cool thing is, I will on the Facebook site, guys. I brought 3 of the new troopers. The 2 exclusives from GameStop, and then the 1 carbonized exclusive, which, let me tell you, I mean, the box is shiny, the figure is shiny. It's just really cool. They did that one. They did the...
You haven't said who it is yet, just saying.
Oh, well, you go ahead.
He got the carbonized Stormtrooper.
Yes.
Like original trilogy Stormtrooper.
Yes. I did get charged on my credit card for the carbonized Boba Fett.
Awesome.
So that should be coming soon. We'll also put that up. I didn't opt into getting the carbonized Darth Vader because, I mean, it's basically the same Darth Vader that we've had, just with some reflective pink paint or purple paint kind of on it. So
did you say Darth Vader?
I did, sir. Yes,
because I think you just created a new crossover there, like Darth Vader and cars. That's interesting.
Yes, I did. Yes, if only. Can you imagine? That would be actually pretty cool.
They could do it.
They really could do it.
It's Disney.
It is a Pixar. Who knows?
I'm just saying, if it happens now, somebody owes us some money.
Please, just send us some samples.
There you
go. So we're gonna take some pictures and throw that up. And again, really unique, different figures, and I like the changes that they're doing to try not to be so melodrum with the color schemes and all that.
Yeah, they've done some interesting stuff.
Yeah,
because I mean, at this point, we have gotten a lot of troopers.
Yeah,
so
in nauseum.
Yes.
The heads come off, then you have a Luke head comes off. This blah blah blah. The interesting thing that I want to touch on is a lot of people have been talking about the Wampa that's coming out.
Yes.
Okay. The differences, and I thought it was going to be the exact same one. I was wrong. This Wampa is going to have different paint apps in terms of darker color.
Nice.
It's not going to have the blood apps on it.
Oh, really?
So it's not going to, his mouth and all that stuff. So it's going to be basically it'll be a similar character, but a different character.
Right.
So, I may have to pick him up just because he does, that. I mean, that's a freaking cool figure, no matter how you look at it. And it's big, and it looks cool on display, so...
in a vintage style box, too.
Yes. Same thing with the probe droid that came out, and what else did vintage style? Anything else? I'm trying to think.
They've done a lot of that. Like, wasn't the Snowspeeder box a vintage style box?
No, the Snowspeeder wasn't. Snowspeeder was the same box as the standard Black Series.
Okay.
But I think it's just I think right now the probe droid and this. I know there's some other ones coming out. But anyway, that's pretty much all I have for Star Wars.
One more thing I did see interesting on the manifest coming from previews.
Okay.
That supposedly comic shops today are getting Ezra Bridger and Chopper.
Oh, okay.
But just the 2 of them were on the manifest.
That's odd because
for Black Series.
Yeah.
So I just want to be clear.
That's. I mean, those 2 have been 2 of the more sought after figures that have rocketed in price, and then they've been all over the spectrum. So that'll be interesting to see if they got those in, because those have the new style packaging.
Well, that was my question, because those ones aren't supposed to be released yet. So are they re-releasing the old versions first?
No, I doubt that.
So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if someone finds them in the comic shop. Snap a picture. Let us know.
Please do. We love the emails we get. We love the messaging. We love that feedback. Even if we screw up and you call us out on it. Hey, we're human and we like that. Paul may not like that. You got to stroke his ego once in a while, but. All in all, that camaraderie, we love hearing from you guys, and we love that feedback. But, Star Wars, I think that wraps it up.
Yes.
Now on to your baby.
Yes. Now here we go. We're gonna basically rename this the G.I. Joe show. Got a lot of G.I. Joe news here. First up, I don't even think we ever talked about the retro line reveal.
It was one of those things where it came up so quickly, and then it sold out, and a lot of people really weren't sure what they were going to be getting. And now that people have started to, no one's gotten anything yet, but people now are like able to see the pictures, because when we ordered it on Walmart, there was no pictures. It was just a description. And
but they did have the Fan First Friday where they showed them all off.
Yes. So you knew what you were getting, but
when you ordered it, you really couldn't tell.
Yeah.
So what we are getting for a retro line isn't what we thought a retro line was going to be, which I thought it was going to be like reissues of the classic O-ring style.
Yep.
But we're getting reissues of what they call the modern retro line, more like the 50th anniversary line,
the special editions.
We're getting Storm Shadow,
Snake Eyes,
and Baroness.
Yep.
In two vehicles, his tank and the Awe Striker.
Yep.
Which the vehicles look great. That's awesome.
The graphics are fantastic. They really took the time to look at the history, the original box art, and they really followed a lot of that true to form. And again, with the figures, the packaging
is phenomenal.
The way they have Storm Shadow and they have Snake Eyes set with the packaging. Baroness Baroness sold out way faster than the other two, and I was kind of like, why? Then I got to my thinking, okay, well, they haven't really done a lot of her as a figure.
Right.
They've done, I think like 2 or 3 iterations of her, but they've done 50 of Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. So this is a big deal.
Exaggeration.
No. So it definitely, I ordered, and we will definitely, I actually got charged for them already, so I don't know the exact how they're going to be. I know Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow are shipping together. Baroness is shipping separately. On different, completely different, shipping dates as well.
Right.
So I don't know if she's coming from a different area or if she was later in production. I don't know, but they weren't super expensive, and I figured, what,
$12.99 or something.
Yeah, I figured, what. The way things are going, why not get these? Because they're so unique and different now in terms of they're coming back. It's cool to have something.
Yes.
So
and I considered throwing in, and if they do show up in store, I'll take a hard look. But I didn't like the design choices they went with myself. Like, I wanted a more classic look, especially for Storm Shadow.
Yeah,
it seems almost like they took a few of his different looks and mushed them together.
They took the comic art and the TV show, and they smushed it together.
Yeah,
because his accents on his white, and then some of the weapons, the way they're set. So,
which a lot of accessories with those.
Oh my god! I mean,
tons.
And that's one thing that with the original figures. You'd get, a sword, a gun, with them, and then you got the deluxe ones where you got a couple more. So Hasbro did not skimp out on their 6-inch line or on this in terms of weapons.
Right.
So,
yes.
When I went through and I ordered, I ordered 2 of each, and I was like, okay, well, shoot, maybe I don't need 2 of each. So I went back and I tried to cancel it out. Then I couldn't cancel it out because it was all or nothing. So, you have a set.
Yeah, nice.
when they come, if you want them. Otherwise, I'll make someone happy when I return to the store.
There you go.
But so definitely cool. Keep your eyes open for those. And we'll, of course, report back when we see them, if we do see them out in the wild.
And there are going to be more. I mean, they showed the back of the package, and there's clearly more figures coming.
Yes. It looked, I want to say it looked like there were like 8, right?
Was it maybe at least 3 more, because I know it was an even number.
Yes.
And and now it's slipping my mind. At the time, I'm sure I took notes, but I don't remember who else was in the line.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we're gonna get all the big
main
names.
people.
Yes.
More than likely.
So.
Definitely awesome.
All right. So now let's broach the classified stuff.
Classified debacle.
Oh, we're gonna get to that. But first up here, and I'm just going off the order I wrote them down. Coming in September on Hasbro Pulse, we have Supreme Snake Cobra Commander. It's going to be another deluxe figure, kind of like the Snake Eyes, which has become so sought after. I heard people are getting $160 for a $40 figure now.
And the funny thing is that if you send it off to get graded, and it comes back anything an 8.5 or better, you can sell it for $400.
Insane.
All day.
Insane.
It's and the thing about it is, when it came out, it was $39.99.
Yes.
And it looked cool, but like we were talking about, do we bite the bullet? Do we bite the bullet? And then it's like, crap. Wow, we should have
yeah.
because it
was way cooler in person.
Way cooler. I mean, just the art of it.
That print. Oh my God, that print.
It's beautiful. I mean, it really is a piece of art.
Mm-hmm. And again, at the time, we didn't know that they were going to get all the really cool weapons with that version, and then we get
the half-assed ones,
the Nerf guns with these ones. Not that I dislike them. I like it. I like the whole idea, and it makes sense.
Yeah, you they put everything into that one, and I understand, and I get it. My gut says we're going to have other deluxes, I think, coming along.
Yeah.
So, they're now that the demand is what it is for this, it's going to be even hotter for those.
Right.
So,
this Cobra Commander is just...
It looks
phenomenal.
Fantastic.
It looks like it's a black and silver deco on it.
Yep.
With his cape.
Yep.
Real like soft goods, black and red cape.
Yep.
Again, coming with extra accessories. He comes with his classic pistol. And he comes with a small globe.
I love
it. And a scepter, a snake scepter.
His snake scepter, yeah. Snake scepter knife, right? Or
no, he comes with that stuff too. The regular knife sword, but no, like just a regular like baton.
Okay.
Probably for like pistol whipping the lackeys.
Yes. And the box is cool because it splits in the middle and folds to the side, so it kind of opens up like almost a bookshelf, if you will.
Yeah.
So it definitely, it's cool because they did that same stuff with a couple of the Star Wars exclusives.
Nice,
They've done that, and if the way they do the Star Wars stuff leads me to think that this is the way they're going to do this stuff. You're going to have shiny paint, gloss back. It's going to be thicker cardboard, so it definitely, my gut says it's going to be worth the extra premium for it, which isn't that bad. $29. Yeah, it's only a couple bucks more than the standard figures. So definitely cool. I know a lot of people are saying, why do we need another Cobra Commander? Because we had the regular blue, and then we had the light blue, and now we have Regal. Yes, and now we have this one. Again, for the completionists out there, and for the people that want to get the extra stuff with it, like myself, I have ordered the regular version, and I'm going to get the deluxe version. And I actually think I'm going to open the deluxe version because it has all that stuff, and it's going to look good standing next to my other figures.
It is definitely the best one out of the three. Like aesthetically. But I went with the Regal variant as well because it's classic, like the light blue, like he was from the comics and the cartoon. So I do wish that maybe we would have gotten a hooded version by now.
But there's not this day and age.
No, I don't think that's. I agree too. I think that's just a PR nightmare.
So politically incorrect that they would. Someone will make them, I guarantee, in the off market.
Someone already is.
Oh, okay.
I've seen them, and they look phenomenal.
Well, and that's where if you guys are interested, we can put the links in it. We have broad shoulders. We're not upsetting anyone.
About it,
yeah, we'll throw that up there. There also is going to be a throne that there's some people doing. So we'll put that up there. You guys can take a gander at it, and again, let us know what your thoughts are, because we definitely we're all about these figures because it's really bringing back our childhood. And I'm super pumped about it. But there's even more stuff coming out. So now Wave 2 isn't due until November.
And Wave 2 is supposed to be the standard Cobra Commander,
Yep.
Red Ninjas, and Gung Ho.
Yep.
Well, something came out before November.
Way before November.
And my thought process is this was a stopgap because I think they were supposed to put out a wave that was going to be movie themed.
Yep.
And with no movie coming for like a year, I think we got this well, I'll call it what it is. It's a Target exclusive. They're called Special Mission Cobra Island Wave.
Yep.
And it's Target exclusive, and it's a themed wave. Very cool packaging.
It's I like how the packaging in general is cool because I like how the gloss, the plastic kind of goes over some of their special attributes,
yes,
if you will, around the corner. And then the back of it has the Cobra Island, and it's like you zooming in on this, kind of. It looks really cool, and my thought is, okay, is the Cobra Island having to do with the video game coming out, or...
Yeah, I'm curious.
So, we have, the Cobra Island, we have the Beachhead, which, I know, we'll get you one, don't worry. It'll happen.
That's because he is one of my favorite characters, and the first thing they do is make him an exclusive. The first exclusive.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, and it looks phenomenal.
It does. It really...
Except for the beret, which I'm glad is removable.
It has, yeah, and I mean, I don't really remember him ever.
No, but apparently, I guess they said if you look on every one of his figures, it's like tucked into either his backpack or on a pocket or something.
Okay.
So it's a reference back to that.
Gotcha. And that makes sense. And that's cool they did it and they made it removable. But it really is a really unique figure. I also like the way that they're modeling the weapons, coloration.
Yes.
Like Beachhead has
all green weapons.
All green weapons. Snake Eyes, all black.
Yes.
Storm Shadow, all white. Cobra, they're kind of going that route, which is cool. Because, I mean, do we really care what the weapons color looks like? No.
You know what? It's even a callback to the old figures, because
Yes.
everything was monochrome for all that stuff.
Yep.
Like, paint apps weren't a thing back then for weaponry and stuff.
No, it was a press that popped out a whole bunch of plastic, and
There you
it
go.
got cut up and thrown into the packaging, and it's cool. So the Red Ninja, has red weapons.
Are they? I thought they were black.
No.
I thought they were reissues of the exclusive Snake Eyes weapons.
No, there are some red weapons in that.
Nice.
That was the one thing I did notice. And what sucks is they're doing a 1 per assortment
Yes.
on that too, which is, for army building, it sucks, but it also, that's going to make this even harder to get now because it's going to be a 1 per...
One per case.
One per case.
And everybody's going to want at least 2 of them because thematically, they're setting these guys up to be Cobra Commander's personal bodyguards.
Yes. Yep. So then we have, of course, the troopers, which are...
The Cobra Trooper.
Cobra Trooper.
Let's make an exclusive army builder. That is a great idea.
Oh, we both of us have gone out on the hunt, and we both.
Oh, we haven't even gotten into that fiasco part.
Oh
of it yet.
well, it's been interesting. The figure is really cool, and they did a great job on it. So I'm very impressed on the detail that went into this figure. So I can see why it's getting $60, $70 on eBay right now. Do I think that that's going to change? Well, we'll see. We have to wait and see the quote-unquote street date or whatever it is, what actually comes in. Because, again, as we'll talk about in a little bit, a lot of the inventory that is showing up is being sold as other items, and it's skewing the numbers.
Right.
But anyway, so let's run down the line of what we got so far. We have
Beachhead.
Yep.
We have the Cobra Trooper.
Yep.
And there's one other single pack figure, and that's
Roadblock.
Version 2 of Roadblock.
Yes.
Who now inexplicably has a giant beard, cut like Kimbo Slice.
Yeah. It looks like the what was that movie? The A.T. movie.
Yeah.
That came out that had the one guy with the giant beard, or the guy that was from Black Panther. The
other
the ape guy leader.
Yes.
M'Baku.
I
just don't. understand why they did that. And he's got a weird ass T-shirt on,
like digital camo.
Yeah, just
with the big GI Joe logo on it.
I don't know why they could have done. Why make two of that?
I don't know why they did them so close together, but I would. I mean, all they had to do was say that's heavy duty instead of saying it's
they absolutely
Roadblock.
could have. Yeah.
But I mean, it's a cool looking figure. I'm not gonna lie.
They all are cool.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of who, it's going to harken back to who was your favorite, who did you play with when you were growing up,
Right.
and what way do you want to go? Do you want to be a Cobra, or do you want to be a Joe, or do you want to be I'm going to get the ones that I really liked? And that's kind of where I'm going is I'm really set on the Cobra, and then I'm going to get a couple here and there of the, the Joes.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, no. You're getting them all. I just can't tell someone.
Anyone. And then finally, and one which has not shown up anywhere yet, and it's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
They've done their first figure and vehicle set
Yeah.
for the 6-inch line. And that's a Cobra Coil vehicle, which I don't know what that means. There is no classic version that goes along with it. But
No.
it's a red motorcycle.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like the bike from Akira if you're into anime.
It actually, what I think they did was the Marvel Legends Black Widow had the motorcycle. The motorcycle looks similar,
Okay.
but more futuristic.
Yes.
So
And the figure packed with that is the Baroness.
the Baroness, and it's literally not even touching the shelf. Like
No,
there was a
that's
price
gonna be
tag,
there and it's going to be gone.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't think it has been shipped anywhere yet. I've been looking
Well,
from the beginning.
no, because remember we were told that the collector bought the cases. He bought.
Oh, you didn't say that's what that was.
Yeah,
I
he
figured it was
bought. Oh no, he bought the cases of the Beachhead, Trooper, and the Baroness because it was on the shelf. It said $39.99.
Oh yeah, I've seen the tags everywhere.
So when the guy he pointed to
Just motioned over
this
all of it.
He said quote unquote, and he did the air quotes. This guy said he was a collector and he had to have them. So
Interesting.
he got them.
But now we should get into the backstory on all this. So these were announced a few weeks ago.
Yep.
And they said they were going on pre-order at 9 a.m. on whatever the date was. I don't remember the date now.
It was I know it was a Friday.
Yeah, and it was 9 a.m. and pre-orders went on sale, and they sold out within 15 seconds. I did not miscommunicate that. 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And the general theory is a lot of bots.
A lot of bots.
Yeah.
There was no second verification like Hasbro has right now on
Yes.
Pulse. I am not a robot. It's
Yes.
just...
And I'm betting before the 14th, you'll see Target has that too.
It would make sense that they implement something like that. We'll see.
Yeah, because that was the official ship date is August 14th. So the pre-orders went, and then everybody was freaking out because nobody could get them.
Nope.
Well, then word came out that they were already showing up in Target's system.
Yep.
And so, again, everybody starts freaking out. The questions start being asked. People are haunting
The
Target.
poor staff.
And yes, and I feel so bad for these
I
Target
do,
employees.
and there are some of them that are genuine, and they go back and they say, "Okay, I can't." But then there's the ones that they think that they are literally Gandalf with his staff, and you shall not pass.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, our listeners know this. We know this. These are toys.
Yes.
If we don't get it, our Earth is not going to flip upside down, and
Well,
it won't.
If I don't get Beachhead, it might. I'm just saying.
You'll get it eventually. I promise. But again, there are some people that love to go the Karen route and scream and yell and threaten, and it's disgusting to me that people go to that level, because at the end of the day, these people are looking at a computer that says this is a date that they have to follow,
Yes.
and they're going on that. Until there's information that negates that, then they're going to follow that. And that's where you and I, said, okay, this is, what we saw. Can you check it?
Right.
And, they did make changes in the system. It's just that information wasn't relayed down.
Right. And what Aaron's talking about there is, I know the first time we saw them show up in stock in one of these apps that are third party and not officially showing
Actual
inventory from
yeah.
the stores, but somehow these apps get that information. First time we saw that, and I remember what the date was, it was the 25th of July.
Okay.
And I remember that because that was the day of my birthday party.
Ah.
And it was the morning of, and we found out that in Camillus, they were showing up.
Yep.
Well, we struck out then. And this continued to be a trend through the end of the month. And then word comes out that, because demand was so hot, they are officially released on the 1st. Okay. So then the 1st comes, and everybody's doing the same thing. Some people had some luck.
Yep.
Some people didn't. Most people didn't, because a lot of the stores, at least around here, were supposedly still holding fast to the 14th.
A lot, and there were even some signage out that that said, due to demand, we are holding these to the 14th, and we are going to limit one per customer.
Yeah.
Which I was like, okay,
right, as long as that still stands. But
Yeah.
I don't think that's standing. I think what they're doing is that's
gone.
coming out of the storeroom for specific people
Yep.
that have favorites or
someone, or
they're friends with somebody, and their sister works the toy aisle at a specific Clay, and then they bring out a case for that specific friend.
Yep.
But that's just off the top of my head, that's not a real thing.
not at all.
But you will find people who will just get lucky, and you'll talk to the right person, and they'll go out back, and they'll all of a sudden bring out one trooper and say that's all they have left. And you get that.
Yeah. I was lucky today.
Yeah.
I literally was just in there. I asked him to run the DCPI of the newer figures, and the store manager was just like, "Well, I don't know." Then he comes back out and he goes, "Hey, is this one of the ones you're looking?" I'm like, he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I don't know why this was stuck back here."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Someone was hiding it.
Yeah. I'm like, "But I will absolutely take that." And he goes, "Well, it says street dated." I go, well, "Let's see if it rings out." He goes, "If it rings out in the POS, you're good."
They do.
Which it does. So
Yes.
you're good to go.
But what was happening, and I know this firsthand because during the Camillus debacle, I was out there and they had 4 troopers on the shelf. Mm-hmm. And again, I was looking for Beachhead because he's my favorite character.
Yes, he is.
So I asked an employee. I was lectured about a street date. And so in my infinite wisdom, I said, well, then why are these ones out here? They're street dated too. To which they were like, oh, you're right. And then he took them away.
Yep.
But there were 4 out of a case of 6, which means someone at that point was grabbing the 2 of them.
Yep.
And then grabbing 2 other figures of a comparable price and going to self-checkout and doing it.
Yep.
So that goes back to what you were referencing earlier about screwing up inventory counts.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yes. And it's a huge thing. Now, as if there isn't enough controversy surrounding this G.I. Joe line, reports are coming from the West Coast now that Wave 2 that I was talking about that comes out in November
is already out.
Yeah, they're on the shelves at Target.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not going to go nuts over that.
No, and
I'm waiting.
I don't,
I've got pulse.
And and the thing is that I don't think it's going nuts worthy, because I think what's happening is that someone oops, number one, but there's also such a demand for these that I'm pretty sure Hasbro realized with the selling out of all these figures that, you know what? Why not release them a little early and let people, make it a hunt, make it a surprise. Yeah. They're not going to acknowledge that.
No.
But let me tell you, it's for things to magically show up like that, it's kind of odd.
Right, and not just in one store. Granted, they're all in the same area from what I see, Southern California.
Yeah, mostly, yeah.
But, and you know what? Good for them. And I also did see, I don't know if you saw this, Toys R Us in Canada.
I did. They are doing the exclusive.
They're getting the exclusive wave.
Yep.
So, I mean, there are going to be other options, and we really can't call this an exclusive wave because the only thing that has been marketed as an exclusive is
Baroness.
The Baroness with the bike.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're going to see these characters in another fashion.
At some point.
Yes.
I feel bad for our friends in UK.
Yeah, who can't get it. Well, I see there's specialty stores that already had them for pre-order.
Some of them, but not like you can go to a Walmart or a Target.
Someone will get them because Hasbro is not dumb.
I don't. And that's the thing is they have to the distribution, and then we've always talked about this from day one. The distribution can be done so much better. Mm-hmm. On that note, I'm gonna stop on GI Joe. I'm gonna say I forgot to tell you that Moon Knight has been spotted on the East Coast.
Nice.
And that's a Marvel Legend figure.
Yep.
The Walgreens exclusive. And so I don't know if that's something that was a fluke again, or it's going to be coming out because that's supposed to be
August, right?
Right now. So he should be coming right now.
Right.
So, but anyway, back to Joe.
Oh, it's funny, and this does tie into Joe. Someone posted a picture of that Moon Knight figure.
Yeah.
In one of the Joe forums, and said, I wonder how easy it'll be to turn this into a Storm Shadow figure. And I'm just thinking to myself, don't you fucking dare. But
don't mess with my Moon Knight.
But again, that's an awesome looking figure. I'm really looking forward to that too.
It really is. I mean, a really cool figure.
Yeah. Anything else that we haven't touched on? Oh yeah. The Jada toys.
Yep.
Did you see this too? Oh, it's a silly question. They're doing basically their version of Hot Wheels for G.I. Joe. The first wave has, and it's a pack of 3.
Yep.
It has the Snowcat, a Hiss, and help me out here. What's the other one? It's basically like the Humvee.
It's
I can't remember the name of the vehicle.
Oh my gosh. I keep thinking Liberty, but it's not.
I thought it started with a C. I want to say Crusher, but that is not right.
No.
And Clutch is the driver. I can't. I don't remember. It'll be on our stuff.
We'll put the link to it up there. The cat.
No,
not the cat.
Because the Snowcat's the white one.
The Snowcat's the white one.
I don't remember.
We're getting old.
Yep.
It is. It's nighttime, so
that's for sure.
Well, in my mind, the time is just God. The days blend together, unfortunately.
That they do.
But I think I mean, all in all, the G.I. Joe stuff is cool. I like that we're getting that back. There's also some cool like Ghostbuster stuff that's coming out.
Saw the retro line at Walmart.
Yeah, a lot of retro stuff, and it's really neat because we're able to. A lot of us are staying home now with our kids, and like you did, you put on G.I. Joe, and the girls loved it, right?
Madison's all about it. Her favorite character is now Scarlet.
I mean, that's awesome because you could pop on any season of G.I. Joe, and you don't have to worry about anything bad wrong, being. They can just sit there and watch it. Same thing with Transformers or any of those stuff that we grew up with. You can pop that on, and I'm not saying it's a babysitter, but I'm saying you don't have to sit there and like parent it, if you will. So it's cool that we're getting that stuff to be able to show our family.
Everything's coming back again.
It's everything is cyclical, right?
Yes. I think that about wraps up the show.
I do. I think we covered a lot, a little bit longer today.
Yes.
But we had a lot to talk about, and again, guys and gals, we appreciate everything, the feedback, the comments, the messages, and all that. It's cool because it helps us show what you guys like, but also focus on trying to be as detail oriented as we can when going through that. So
right. So what he's saying is visit us on the Facebook page, facebook.com/thisweekingeekpod.
Yes.
POD. And finally, guys, remember, shop local. Please support your local comics and collectibles shops. Without them, our hobbies do not exist.
No, they definitely are the patriarchs of all this stuff, being able to have it when we were the young bucks we were.
Yes.
But on that note, cheers all.
This has been a GeekPod Network production.